progress has been made in the energy transition so far?
Thank you, Malcolm, for the question. And Germany is a Energiewendeland, made successes. So the transition to renewables in Germany started 2.5 decades ago with the electricity market opening and the famous Renewable Energy Act. So it was largely shaped by consumer, community and citizen powers, and it was a great economic and ecological success. And at the end of 2022, the share of renewable energies in the electricity sector was already 46%, and could be much higher if without the stop-and-go policies in recent years. But the good thing is the wind and solar power are cheap, and we go on with the transition. We have to go on in the electricity sector and the heating sector and the mobility sector. Those both sectors are lagging behind, but the success in the electricity sector is so good that we can switch off the 3 nuclear power plants, the last 3 nuclear power plants in Germany, in 2 weeks. That's a good message, I think.
Okay, so that actually ties right into the next question. What are challenges particular to Germany when it comes to the energy transition and politics?
So we have to reach 100% in the electricity sector. So we have to unleash the renewable energies, wind and solar, and we have to build up a flexible backup with bioenergy, geothermal, hydropower, but also storage. And we have to align the energy market with the growing shares of renewable energy. So we have to include sector coupling and storage, and have to advance the heating transition, and the transition in the mobility sector means fuel and generator switch, and all this comes together. So we need more ambitious policy. We started good in the last year with a new government, but it needs more space, more permits, and also fewer bureaucratic obstacles.
You don't bear the name doctor for no reason. You are an educated biologist.
That's right.
So as a scientist, as a natural scientist, as a biologist, how does that tie into the climate crisis? And how does this inform what is required to make the energy transition happen better?
Yeah, this was mentioned in the opening session before. So with the Paris Climate Agreement, the world agreed to stick to the 1 degree, maximum 2 degrees paths, but we are currently heading for almost 3 degree world. And Arena made it clear today, we have to unleash renewable energies. The expansion of renewables must go on in order to meet these goals. So the good news is, what I already said, the renewable energies are cheapest energy technologies ever. They secure the energy supply in all sectors, and we can stop burning fossil fuels and switch off the nuclear power plant. The nuclear is not coming fast enough, and it's very expensive and not resistant to droughts and floods like we see in France last year, but also in spring.
But this leads to me trying to understand.
Yes.
The climate is something that we cannot predict. So as a politician, it's very important to be able to plan ahead on where we're going as a society. But then at the same time, if we acknowledge climate change, we don't know how the wind is going to be or the sun. So how can you tackle those concerns that it's not really as predictable because the weather changes all the time? And solar energy and hydropower, they depend on how the weather is moving.
Yeah, I mean, that's really an important thing. But above all, conventional energies have the biggest problems with the climate crisis. And the burning of fossil fuels is undeniably responsible for the climate crisis. Coal, nuclear power plants are lacking cooling water, what we see in the recent years due to rivers falling dry, as in France. And renewables counteract the effect of climate crisis. So it's a win-win situation. We can build up the renewable energy industry, and we can counteract the climate crisis. And regarding to your question, a study from 2001 found that the risk to renewable energy is moderate. So how hydropower or wind could decline in some regions, but increase in other regions. In our temperate regions, solar power will increase. So we have to use renewables. We have no other choice.
Okay, the words of Ms. Peter. Thank you so very much.